What is up, Primetime Country? We are here at CRS with Nicole Croteau.
What's up?
How we doing?
I'm great, man. It's early to be downtown Nashville, but
Right?
I'm having fun.
Is this your first CRS?
So, technically, yes, as an artist, but I've been here in the past as a songwriter. I've played some CRS like songwriter events, but yeah, it's my first official year as an artist.
Awesome. So tell us where you're from and how you got into music.
Well, I'm from Whitefish, Montana, the Flathead Valley right near the Rocky Mountains. And I got into music kind of because, well, first because of church, because I was on the worship team, but also because there's really nothing else to do in Montana in the wintertime if you don't snowboard or ski.
Right.
And I tried to snowboard, but I kind of sucked. So I started playing my guitar when I was really young. Wrote my first song at about 12 years old.
Amazing.
And that's how it all started for me, and it just kind of escalated from there.
That's awesome. So yeah, it seems like you've been doing the writing thing for a while and you've been killing it at that. But this year, 2026, you're really taking the leap as an artist and putting out a lot of music. You had your first one come out in February.
Yeah.
And then you have another song, $8 Hey, coming out March 27th.
Yeah, March, which is next week.
That's
which is
awesome.
Wild. Yeah.
So what's that lead? What are those two songs leading into?
Well, so I feel like this is a great time to announce it,
Right.
For those of you watching, I am putting out my debut EP in the end of April. I'm so excited. It's called
awesome.
Montana, and it's just about how I grew up and that way of life and the beauty in that state and just everything encompassing what Montana stands for is in those songs. So
Absolutely.
These first two are just a little taste, and then there's three more on the EP that are just so my heart and how I grew up. And I feel like anybody that appreciates that lifestyle and that beauty is really gonna love
Absolutely.
this project. So I'm really
What's
excited.
one song on the project that is your favorite and maybe a sneaky one that
Oh,
people are
gosh.
gonna like?
Well, my favorite on the project, it's called Somewhere West, and I wrote it with my buddy Aaron John, and it's basically just about how you don't realize sometimes when you leave your hometown that you leave like part of the best part of you there.
Absolutely.
And so I moved out here to Nashville to chase a dream, but there's still so much of my heart that I left in Montana. And yeah, it's a sneaky one. I feel like it'll be like people's favorite because it's really like it makes me cry every time I listen to it.
Amazing.
My second favorite is Miss Montana because I feel like that one came out of nowhere. It was kind of the last minute addition to this project. We kind of had already wrapped cutting, and then we wrote it, and I was like, this has to go on it. And yeah, it's a really fun, like kind of Midlandy vibe.
Amazing.
Song,
So like, what is your sound like for people that haven't listened to your music yet? How would you describe it?
My sound is spicy Western, so very much classic country. I like to tell people if you have a country buffet, that's country music, and then you got a little spice cabinet over here, and you can choose to put a little chili powder, a little paprika, or something on your
great.
food. That's like my music. It's just classic country with some spice and some soul.
Amazing. Who are some influences of yours?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, on the country side, I would definitely say Chris Stapleton, Miranda Lambert. I love the way they write their lyrics. Going older than that, I really, really love Keith Whitley, and I love Alan Jackson. I listen to a lot of, this is weird, but I listen to a lot of Norah Jones, which is like jazzy, but really soulful, again, like lyrics on that Come Away With Me record. I listened to that like every night going to sleep for like 3 years when I was a kid, so
awesome.
I think it sneaks in there sometimes. But
Who is your dream collab?
my dream collab right now as it stands, probably Chris Stapleton.
Yeah. So go check out Nicole's new music coming out, EP coming out in April. Nicole, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Primetime Country out.
Primetime Country.